This video is sponsored by EA. Hey guys, how you going? This is BillyEatWorld again, and today we're going to take a look at one of the most important things in Battlefield, squad play. And in particular, I want to share with you guys some of my first impressions of squads in BF5 from playing the game recently at EA Play. With that being said, it was pretty obvious to me as soon as I got my hands on the new game that squad play and teamwork is definitely something DICE are trying to improve. And they're doing this through quite a few new changes and features, the most important of which we're going to take a look at right now. So to kick off, the first point I want to mention, and one of the most obvious changes you're going to notice in BF5 from previous games, is that spotting is completely different now. You can't just mash the spot button anymore. You've actually got to use gadgets or suppress an enemy player for the usual spot Dorito to appear. Instead, what DICE have introduced to replace it is location marking, which is the whole idea that you can place a danger marker that other members of your squad can see. And that's a huge deal, because if you're not working with your squad, then those markers will actually be pretty irrelevant to you and you won't be able to trust them a lot of the time. Another interesting point that's going to affect squad play is classes, which now through changes to weapons and gadgets are more unique than ever. And so way more than in previous games, you're going to find that there aren't any Swiss Army knife classes in BF5, and in fact the new class archetypes make them even more unique. For example, you're going to be at a fairly big disadvantage in CQB as a support player running an MMG, and so having an assault player with an SMG nearby will be really handy. And not just that, remember the new War of Attrition mechanic is going to leave you starved for health and ammo, and sticking with your squad will help prevent this. Now, another big change that you're going to see in this video quite a few times is the changes to the death loop, which is now a lot longer and more punishing. Because now you don't just go from the revive screen straight back to the deploy screen like usual, the camera is actually going to spectate your teammate first. This will let you spawn back into the action on a squad mate a lot more easily, but like I said before, it will punish you with a longer delay if you have to go back to the main deploy screen. And that will happen if your squad gets swiped, meaning that you really want to make sure if you're the last one alive that you back off and you help your teammates get back in. Speaking of helping your mates get back in, well, another new feature that affects squads is the buddy revive system, which allows everyone to revive. Except, and here's the catch, if you're not a medic, you can only revive members of your own squad, which is an incentive to stick together. Buddy revives do take a lot longer and are obviously designed to be performed after a gunfight, but they are still faster than having to redeploy. And so, as you can imagine, this is going to be a huge feature when it comes to squad play in competitive Battlefield modes, and essential in modes like Final Stand. Now finally, I just want to cover a few of the new features that are specifically aimed at squads, like for example reinforcements, which is kind of like commander call-ins from previous games in the series, except that now they're performed by the squad leaders on the ground. When you build up squad points by performing squad-based actions, you'll be able to call in a whole range of different things to help out your team. For example, you could call in something as small as a supply drop or a smoke barrage, all the way up to a flying bomb or a hero vehicle like the Churchill Crocodile. And last but not least, I just want to point out an often overlooked new feature of BF5, which is that DICE are going to keep squads together from round to round. And what they also want to do with this is encourage communication by allowing you to talk to your squad wherever you are in the game. For example, when you're waiting in between rounds, you'll still be able to discuss tactics or just joke around with your squad without needing a third-party VoIP app, which honestly is a huge deal for casual players who previously have been split off from the more hardcore players who often don't bother using the in-game VoIP. But anyway guys, that just about wraps up this video, so let me know what you think about these squad play changes in the comments section down below. Which ones are you most looking forward to, and what do you think DICE could do to improve teamwork in BF5? As always though, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and please feel free to check out the links in the description below if you want to see any more of my videos. Also, don't forget you can find my Twitter and Discord links down there as well if you want to keep in touch with me. And as always, until next time, see you later and have a good one.